Morning! Dozer. I've been using that dozer a lot, trying to get the racetrack built. It's going to be a lot of work, but the dozer's starting to get me fits. So I've got Kodiak in here, I got some tools in there. Let me show you what we have going on with this dozer today. It's running like a champ. Everything is good here. Clutch pressure's good. Converter oil temperature never goes up. Good volts ever since we put that alternator on. Oil pressure, perfect. Everything is great except for the coolant temperature. That needle comes right up pretty quick in my opinion. And then it kind of just stays in the green for a while, slowly works its way up and into the black over here. And then I sit there and let it idle, and it won't go back down unless I throttle it up, almost like I gotta move the fan at a higher speed or something. So I'm worried that we have an issue with the coolant system. I have a couple ideas. The first and most obvious problem could be that the radiator is just plugged with dirt and crap. That's what was wrong with the Bobcat when it was doing its overheat problem. So I'm gonna try to look in there. It has two coolers. The first one is the hydraulic cooling system, and then the radiator is behind it. It's so dark in there you can't really see it. But of course the front is bolted on and the sides are bolted on, so I'm gonna have to take some panels off in order to get in there, but I brought the proper tools for that. Got the side panels off. This radiator looks nice and clean. But the back one, I see there's a little bit of crud on some of the fins. So I pulled the side panels off here so we can see in there better. It's still dark. Let me get a light. There we go. Yeah, there is some pretty major buildup on the radiator. Let's check the other side. Oh my. Yeah, she's clogged up. Yeah. That is gonna probably be our issue right there, because no matter how well this fan tries to spin. Oh my gosh. Why can I spin that fan so easy? Oh, the belt's super loose. We may have two problems here. Look at this belt. I can move that. I don't know if you can see. Can't see my hand on it. Let me reposition. There we go. Yeah. That belt is super sloppy. And I'm the one that tightened it when I put the alternator on. Maybe it wore, maybe the mounts moved, I didn't tighten it enough. So I think we have two problems that we're gonna have to deal with. A loose belt, which I think drives the water pump too. Is the water pump? Yeah, that might be the water pump right there. I'd have to look a little closer. I mean, the coolant's right here, thermostat housing. This is the other thing. I thought maybe the thermostat was stuck closed. Not a super common problem, but you know, it can happen. Shoot, yeah. Well, I need to get that fan tightened up, which I think in turn drives the water pump, so that's a twofold problem. And I have to get that radiator cleaned out, but I'm in the middle of nothing. How am I gonna get that flushed out up here? I'm gonna have to think on that one. That might take some work. All right, well good. I think I know what the problem is. Now I can work on trying to fix it. Water near the dozer. I have a hose and a pump that we're gonna run off an inverter off of this car. What could possibly go wrong? I was gonna power up the power washer, give a little more juice, but this is only rated for 800 watts. That's much more than 800 watts. Like, I don't know, 1500 watts. So that's where we are, but I think instead of just going at it, I mean, disclaimer, you shouldn't power wash the fins of your radiator, but I just needed a little bit more. I think instead of going at it with just a hose, maybe we'll run downtown and grab some AC coil cleaner and spray it on there. That seems safe. Hanging on to the back of this. We are set up. We've got the car for the battery with the inverter plugged into the pump going into the barrel, feeding the hose to the bulldozer. And we have 2 cans of some coil cleaner. So we're gonna spray it liberally and then clean it. But I think we're gonna rinse the back side first, just see if any big chunks come off. I don't know if it'll help, but we're gonna try it. Because we have 35 gallons of water. That should be enough. Okay, go ahead and hit the button. Is it on?
I clicked it. There it goes. Now it's on.
Ah, okay. Pump is running. I didn't prime the hose. It should be self-priming. Oh! Alright, she's primed now. I can't get it back on. Things are going poorly. Get back on. Water coming out. Oh good, a nice strong trickle. That should be enough, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get this over.
There we go.
Oh, just taking some off. We got mud coming out of here. So it's not a lot of water pressure, but it is, you know, doing something. So yeah, I figured get a good rinse to her before we hit her with a coil cleaner. And you can see this is all, it's pretty nasty, huh?
Yeah.
That's definitely coming out of the radiator like that. So, well, that's the hydraulic cooler. So they're probably both clogged. It's going to take a while. Rinsed out the entire radiator, well, hydraulic cooler, and the back of the radiator best I could. Now we're going to spray this and see how the cleaner works. I'm also thinking there's 2 bolts on the top. That guy in there, and this guy over there. I wonder if I take those 2 out, maybe loosen the bottoms, if that whole front one will pivot out and give me access to the main radiator behind there, which is really what I need to do. So once he's out of the way, that's what I'm going to try. It worked! 2 bolts, it pivoted right down. And now I can see inside of this radiator, which does have quite a bit of dirt. What we should do, try to shine a light through it. Where's my light? Send that light through here.
It's on the top.
It's on the top?
It's on the upper area.
Okay, there is no light coming through. Seriously?
Yep, it is shining straight through. Or straight to it.
Move it around a bit. Go in deeper.
As deep as it goes. You see that's on the side now.
I don't see any light at all. This thing is probably completely clogged up. I can't get any water to go through the radiator. So it's just bound up pretty good. I'm gonna need my pressure washer to get some pressure. And you're not supposed to hit radiators with a pressure washer, so maybe I'll hit it without a fitting on it. I just need a little more pressure than this to get through. I mean, nothing. It comes right back out. We can't see light through it. It's completely clogged. So we're gonna go get the pressure washer working, hopefully, and bring that up here. Because the electric one is too big for our inverter. Good power washer, the gas one. It wasn't working today earlier, but I rebuilt it, now it's working. It's gonna draw from the barrel. I found that this pump will pull, so I shouldn't need a pump in there. And I'm at the wand right there. And we're gonna scrub that thing, well, power wash that radiator. Hopefully I can get some water through it. Very carefully so I don't bend the fins. We just finished another barrel of water power washing, and the water's going right through the radiator, no problem, both radiators, and coming out clean on the other side. So I think we got it. If it's still overheating, it's not because of a gunky radiator. I also tightened the belt, so the fan should spin, I don't know, better than what it was. So we're gonna put the panels back on. I'm gonna go out and do one lap around the track, because usually about a half a lap, I'm already at the very top end of overheating. Let's see what it does when I start it up. We're gonna let it warm up and dry out just a little bit before I take it up into the woods. Didn't quite make it.
Just trying.
We'll get her. Dozing for a few hours now. Got carried away. Did more than one lap. Look at that quality. It never went above that. I mean, it was way over here where it says check before. And I'd have to stop periodically and just let it cool down. I ran it straight. I pushed down some big trees and everything. Ton of digging and grading. That's as hot as it got. So I'd say we got it. No doubt it's done. We'll see what the next problem brings. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate every viewer and every subscriber, especially you members, Patreon members. I really appreciate the support. It keeps the wheels turning, or the tracks turning in this case with the dozer video. Everything we have, the side-by-sides, the dozer, the four-wheeler, you name it, shop days, camping trips, we've got them all in different playlists, so you can check those out. I'll put this one in the dozer, of course, category. But thanks again for watching. I hope you'll join me again here for another video on 3-Day Weekend.